Fedtke, director of the London program. We're running late, and 5 minutes is a really short period of time, so I'll focus on the most important aspects of London. It's, of course, all about business. 10,744 pubs, gastropubs, brewery pubs, poetry pubs, theatre pubs, pubs in all forms, shapes, sizes, open until, well, some later, most close at 11. But then there are other things. There are clubs, there are diners, there are taverns. There are restaurants that serve anything from Albanian food to Zambian shima. So it's a good place to be. There are cafes, coffee shops, beer gardens. There are culinary patios. There are booze yards. Don't ask me what booze yards are. But there's a lot to see. There are theatres, there's cinema, there are concerts, there are museums. London is a great place, and 2 weeks, too short a time to experience the whole city. There's a second reason I want to highlight why this program might be of interest to you. Usually accommodation in London comes in the guise of diamond-studded shoeboxes. It's extremely expensive and extremely small. Our program will offer very modest accommodation, but at a very reasonable price, right in the center of town. So you'll be hosted at University College's student accommodation, which is right in the heart of London, Bloomsbury, where all these pubs are, where you have just a walk down the street to great theatres, to great cinemas, and other stuff. So it's a good deal as far as just visiting London is concerned. And the third reason why I urge you to think about London is that I'm available to be your personal guide. At least 18 hours a day, not 24. I'm growing old. I'm frail. I need my sleep. The students in London do better than I do. But I lived in London for 7 years, so I know the place. It was my hometown before I joined Tulane Law School. So I'm happy and really eager to have a good time with you and see what London has to offer. You can go off on your own, of course, but we'll organize a lot of stuff. That was just about what I was going to say about London, but I think there was something about academics as well. I recall there were courses, I think. London is about business law, and we will have excellent courses in that field. I'm extremely pleased to have Dr. Gail Evans on board, who will teach international trade and intellectual property. She comes from the Center for Commercial Law Studies at Queen Mary, which is the place in Europe for intellectual property and commercial law, I should add. So she'll teach a course which is closely related to practical aspects of international trade and intellectual property law. Second course will be offered by Professor Michael Bridge, who some of you may have seen here at the law school a year or so ago. He will teach on international contract law. He's a real authority. He's based at the London School of Economics, again, just down the road, and will offer, I think, a fascinating course on the international sale of goods. Our very own Adam Feibelman, Professor Feibelman here from the law school, has joined us, or will join us in London this year, on financial aspects, International Monetary Fund, financial crises, sovereign debt, things that are in the news today, and are of great interest, I should add, to the business world. Professor Feibelman will give a good survey course on these issues. And finally, myself, I'll be teaching transatlantic business law. We've heard of the European Union from the other colleagues here, and of course the EU does feature in all summer programs. It's thus far we've heard of summer programs in Europe only. And I teach EU law here at the law school. My course is not a repetition of what I do here. It's more about transatlantic trade, that special relationship between the United States and the European Union. With the visit of China's president in Washington this week, there was a lot of focus on China, and of course China is a giant for the future. But the European Union is a giant today, and it's the largest trading partner of the United States as we speak. That transatlantic relationship offers a lot of job opportunities and a lot of legal difficulties, which I will look into in a comparative perspective. I think I've said the most important things. If there are any other questions, I'll stick around here today. And you can always find me in 216D. Thank you.